What's up, guys? Comics Remixed, episode 11.2.
Wow.
Junior Ruiz, David Sanchez, alongside our special guest.
It's me, our Baltazar, cartoonist.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell them about your stuff, man.
Yeah, tell them what you do.
I made Tiny Titans, Superman Family Adventures, Super Pets, and what else I do? And I'm real famous cartoonist for DCComics.com.
I was actually going to ask you, how do you refer to yourself, as an illustrator or a cartoonist?
I'm a cartoonist.
Did you do a lot of editorial work before you went into comics?
Never.
Like any crazy political cartoons
No,
out there? Like,
I've always made my own books, and furthest away I got was comics, was maybe coloring books. But yeah, I've always started as cartoonist in 1992, and I think it's like 20 years now in the comic industry. So I'm like an old guy, yeah.
Right. Hey man, that's a good career.
Well, I've been collecting for 20 years, so.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I'm just starting off. My professional career is only like 3 years in, so.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah. Yeah, so.
That's
if
good.
anything, I'm jealous.
Well, you got to start somehow. I had 3 years in once.
Yeah.
Then I did another 3, and then another 3, then another 3.
Keep it alive.
Yeah, just kept going.
Alright.
It's cool.
I was going to point out, because we've said before, the show is pretty much on the fly. David's daughter's here, so she might just kind of waltz.
It's daddy-daughter day.
Yeah.
Okay? Look, I get out of work like at 8, 9 p.m. By the time I get home, it's her bedtime. So we hang out on the weekends. This is what we do. She's into comic books, so I'm proud. I don't care what you say. Actually, I walked up to her. She was sitting out to the side, and I was like, you see that guy over there? He drew that Superman book that you picked up on Free Comic Day. And she looks at me and she goes, art? Yeah.
See, she knew my name, huh?
She always asks. When we read her a book,
awesome.
she always asks for the author. I don't know why. I never did. Yeah.
Well, Art, we want to welcome you to the show.
Thank you, sir.
What we pretty much do here is just, with usually the second parts of our episodes, just kind of shoot the breeze. We'll have a certain topic discussion or something. But you know what? You are our guest, so we will spotlight your work.
Yeah, man.
And then we'll just take it from there and see where it goes.
Yeah, ask me stuff. I got
stuff,
all kinds of answers.
What's new with our Baltazar right now? What can we pick up off the shelf that's more
Right
recent?
now, Superman Family Adventures just came out Wednesday. So I'm getting a lot of good reviews. I'm real happy. And it's a good week so far. It's real exciting. And I was here at Dreamland signing them today. It was a good time.
When I read right now we have the one Superman book that you do, the Family Adventures book that we got on Free Comic Day. So when we get like halfway through the story, when the robots are about to pop up.
Yeah.
But
spoiler alert.
As I read that, and the B-side to that is the Green Lantern part.
Yeah.
And when I read them, I realize that a lot of the dialogue is very old school, almost golden age, like that terminology. Is that something that has to be done? Like, is that like something?
Those are the comics I know. I write comics so kids and adults could enjoy them. And I remember what was so cool about comics when I was a kid. So, and I grew up on John Byrne X-Men, George Perez Teen Titans, and John Byrne Superman. So I remember that stuff was so cool, and the Super Friends were cool, and the Superman movie was cool. And
you thought the Wonder Twins were cool?
The Wonder Twins were cool, yeah. Yeah, they are though. But all of that stuff, so it reflects my work. That's all stuff that inspired me, like all the Hanna-Barbera cartoons, McGilla Gorilla and the Flintstones and all that stuff, Tom and Jerry.
So where's the point where all Art Baltazar disconnects from that? Like when is that project? No, I'm serious. When is that project gonna come up? Like have you even thought about that, or is it just automatic? Your pen, your pencil hits the page, and all of a sudden
you mean something for adults?
No,
like
I'm just saying, like, because right now it seems that your work is just very connected. Like you reflect a lot into like what you remember as a childhood. But where does it disconnect and be like, okay, I guess something more mature? I'm like Clark is gonna slap the crap out of Lois.
I did a mature
That's
book
too many
called,
questions.
The Big Amoeba. I did a mature book, but I write stuff. I don't think about me being a kid or childhood stuff. I just write just the way I write. But that one's like, that's the only one that
this is more like an autobiography.
Yeah, that's a true story.
Yeah.
About Big Amoeba was an award that I invented.
So you seriously
I can win. Yeah.
Wow.
So I can win them all.
You gotta read this. I read it a couple weeks ago.
So it's pretty cool. But that one I wrote for an older audience. There's a few like "you suck" words in there that aren't really for kids, but
right.
They're not harsh words, but there's just a few. And I think I say ass maybe, but see, I never say that, but yeah.
But of course, I don't mean that in a bad way because like my daughter, I'm happy to read it to her because they're not uber violent either. They're like right where they're supposed to be. They're fun.
Yeah.
It's just very fun. It's really not fun. It
kind of captures the magic of what a comic book should be. Cause
yeah.
It's just all around entertainment. It's enjoyable. It's not complicated storylines.
Yeah.
It's not super detailed artwork. It's there. It's it's like the stuff like he said. He does it off of his from his childhood. So that's what it reminds me of.
But I write when I know too, and me and Franco write the Green Lantern, and we wrote Young Justice, and we just write cool superhero stories. So I mean, we could write something more mature, but it's not. I'm a cartoonist. I want to draw cartoons.
Cool.
It's like ask Charles Schultz to draw something. If you ask him to draw Superman, it's going to look like Charlie Brown style. You know what I mean?
Wouldn't be that. It wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
But
See what I mean?
That's what happened. You get Superman Family Adventures.
Yeah, I'm drawing my style, and it's just the way I make. It's the way I make books.
I could picture the Peanuts soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I make my art, it comes out that way because that's the way I draw.
Cool, man.
Right.
Totally
It comes out of the heart and soul.
That's good.
It's like powers, like when Magneto moves that bridge, it comes out of him.
It's nothing like that, right?
It's
But
not
it's
that.
great.
It's not like that because the movie sucked.
Oh, that movie's awesome.
Part 3?
Yeah, I love it.
What?
You like part 3?
Yeah, I love it.
Wait.
No way.
Wait, no.
We're talking
Hold
about the
on.
same movie?
X-Men 3. Yeah, out of the X-Men.
No.
Okay.
I love it.
I want to hear your critical point of view, okay? Like pros and cons. Go ahead, hit it.
With X-Men 3?
Yeah, what was great about it?
Wolverine slicing off the Sentinel's head. Awesome.
That was all Bryan Singer.
It was awesome though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Seeing Colossus in action.
No.
It was awesome. You asked me.
In
I'm
general,
telling you.
the story.
true. Yeah, he is.
You can't cut it at scenes. You can't cut it at scenes.
All right, I can tell you the story. You didn't like the story? It was a Dark Phoenix saga. Dark Phoenix came back from the dead. They sensed her that she was still alive. They went to check it out. Cyclops got killed because he went alone. And then Wolverine and Storm go check it out, and they find out she disappeared. She joined Magneto. They flash back to her. Xavier wanted to control her, and she didn't like that. I don't get it.
You don't feel like that should have been split up into a couple more movies just to flesh it out?
I loved it. I was amazed at the movie theater.
So out of all 3 X-Men, that's your favorite?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
Oh, so you know.
I enjoyed it. I love parts of all of them. I think number 2 is the best one.
Yeah.
But I love all of them. I don't see what the big deal. I don't see what people are complaining about.
I can't say I hate it.
I
mean, I do.
So I don't understand.
I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I feel the same way about the solo Wolverine movie. I thought it was pretty good, but there was some stuff.
Yeah, I liked
in there
it too.
That,
I guess I always feel like there's a beat, and like part 1 and 2 just had a certain beat going on and had a rhythm, and then part 3 kind of like remix.
Part 3 didn't have Bryan Singer. That's my opinion.
We're gonna kill everybody right away.
Kitty Pryde was cool. It was a movie.
Kitty Pryde.
It was a movie to showcase characters that they didn't have before.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to see. Kitty Pryde was awesome with the Juggernaut, and the Iceman icing up was cool.
They kind of
All that stuff was cool.
They were gonna make the money back on the studio anyway. So it doesn't matter what we do. We can put stick figures fighting. We're still gonna make our money.
But I know they made that movie for fans rather than Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
But I thought it was awesome. I own it. I watch it all the time.
Yeah, I can't say. I got the Blu-ray set, the 9-disc set.
I always like that's actually one portion I did like. I always like the highlighting of the younger generation, especially Kitty Pryde, who I always feel like she should be in the lead role. At some point, give her a comic where she's in charge of a squad that has to get out of the jungle or something like that.
So if you're watching this right now, this one is not a rerun. This did not come out in 2008. It is current.
Yes.
It's a brand new podcast. It's Geekcast, Comic Cast.
But actually, right before AVX, I was talking about how one of the main battles should be Kitty Pryde versus the Hulk.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That would be, because he's rampaging, but he can't touch her. And then he just phases her hand right through his brain.
He gets so frustrated. Yeah. The Red Hulk would heat up and pass out.
Or he'd just move on and be like, more interesting fight over here.
I like the Red Hulk.
And then she'd go back to the mansion and change her underwear.
There you go.
Because I can't imagine anybody not getting nervous fighting the Hulk.
Well, you could disarm him with ice cream, but he won't kill you. Remember that comic with the world's World's Smartest Boy or something like that.
Oh,
Where
Amadeus Cho.
He just stood there and he knew Hulk wouldn't kill him.
Yeah.
Because Hulk won't deliberately kill somebody.
Right.
So that's how you defeat Hulk. Just go to sleep. He won't hit him. He won't
So you
hurt
play dead? You play possum?
Yeah,
basically?
like a bear. Yeah.
So no, seriously, if like Brainiac, if you had like the laser gun ran out of bullets and then just drop down.
Well, Brainiac,
I'm sorry, I'm going to
Brainiac could
sleep.
kill you. The Hulk won't. Hulk's a nice guy. He's a good guy.
Hulk,
True
if you're
story.
watching this,
He is. Bruce Banner's
he's
always
putting you
angry.
out there like
We just
that,
planted a
man.
lot of plot holes in upcoming
Yeah,
books
really.
Bruce
here.
Banner's always angry. That's all I'm saying.
So, with the books that you're doing,
Yes.
does DC give you a lot of creative reign as saying like, hey, you can play with any character in the DC sandbox because it's not pretty much considered continuity?
A little bit. With Superman, I have to kind of stick to the Superman, story and mythos and stuff. And with Tiny Titans, got to stick with the characters who kind of match, interact with Tiny Titans. But the longer I go, the more universe I build. And I know there was over 200 characters in Tiny Titans that I didn't even...
I was looking at
there's
the
a lot.
back cover to one of the trades.
Yeah.
And I seen like a gazillion characters, like different colored Robins.
Yeah.
I guess they're from an alternate universe or something.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow.
Yeah, so with Superman, eventually you'll see more and more characters coming. But
That's
we're going to stick to Superman, his family, and his bad guys like Brainiac, Bizarro, Mixed Blood will be there. And I'm even going to use the red and blue Superman, the lightning Superman.
Oh,
who's
That's
gonna show
cool,
up.
bringing that back.
I'm going to bring everything.
Yeah,
I have
nice.
open door to everything Superman, all over the place.
That's good.
And I
Right
kind of
on.
like created my own little universe.
So was there like with
Yeah.
this whole Superman mythos explanation? Was there like a sit down? And it's like these are the Superman guidelines. Like Superman cannot do this.
Nah,
There wasn't anything like that.
nah, they know I'm going to do something awesome. It's alright, go.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to change anything as far, so it was working out good. I'm real happy and it's awesome.
What's a spoiler for Superman Red and Blue?
I don't know. He's gonna be lightning.
It's a given.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll work on that. That's not till like later. That's about. We got all the way written to real good to issue 12, and then issue like after that, I keep moving the stories around, which villains in here, because I keep adding different guys. But we're pretty solid to issue 12, and we want to put yeah, I got a lot. You're going to see a lot of good stuff. Issue 12 is going to be good. It's going to open the door for the next 12 issues after that, so it'll be good.
I remember earlier
Like
when you were here in the store signing, you were saying that one thing that you liked about the books was every story is pretty much self-contained, and when
Yeah.
you read it, it's like reading, for the first time. You
Yeah,
don't have to go back and read past issues to know the characters and know what's going on and everything.
Yeah, I want to
Now-
make each issue an introduction to somebody first reading it.
Now,
Yeah.
so with that in mind, you're not planning on making any like 2 to 3 part issue story arcs or
No, not
or
that it'll
overall?
continue. No, it'll be there's a slight continuity in Superman family, which there's where you'll see in the next issue Jimmy Olsen has an idea about somebody, and that'll continue.
Okay.
I don't want to reveal what it is
Okay.
because it's gonna be fun, and
There was something like that in Tiny Titans that I saw towards
Yeah.
and I can't remember what it was, but I remember like just the idea.
yeah, like Beast Boy flirting with Tara always continued on.
Yeah,
So
I think that's
we,
what I'm
we finally
thinking.
wrapped it up in issue 50 where she gave him a kiss. She kissed him on the cheek because she thought he got hurt.
Yeah.
Wow.
But so there'll be slight continuity and character growth throughout the series, but it's gonna be pretty much straightforward.
I definitely
Superman,
like
Supergirl,
that, keeping the story self-contained like that. I think it really does translate to a kid's attention span.
Yeah,
They don't really care. They just
Yeah.
want to see an exciting story or something that.
yeah. And plus I don't want some it's rare that people come in and buy an issue 2 if there's no issue 1. So I don't want to have that thing going on. But in the book, there's going to be the first half of the book will be a part of the story, and the second half of the book is going to be the second part. So it's going to have a cliffhanger now and then
Gotcha.
after the first part of the story, and then there's a 2-page Super Pet story in every book. So it's going to be good.
Super Pets.
Oh yeah,
Was that
America.
Bat Cow?
Yeah, Batcow's in there. League of Justice cows might show up.
And this is
Good.
translating very well. I just saw it today. There's commercials that bring back the Teen Titans, but they're like in kid form.
Yeah.
Was
they're
that
in
any kind of spin off to this? Is there any kind of tie into that?
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe.
I know they always play with it in the
Yeah, the
the
new
series
Teen Titans.
the series run before this one that's coming up. Sometimes
Yeah.
where, like they get crabby, they turn into like little guys. But
Yeah, it was on DC Nation
yeah,
Saturday mornings, Cartoon Network. Set your DVR.
I was watching this morning.
Yeah. I missed the last 2 weeks, but I got them recorded.
So when you write, do you write like we'll take Superman for example here. Now, does DC kind of tell you like, hey, this is a ballpark figure of how many issues we want the series to last?
I don't know. No.
They don't do things like that.
No.
They say, okay,
It just keeps on rolling.
Yeah.
so you kind of
That's,
take
that's actually a good deal.
kind of like issue by issue, like I'll write till they tell me to stop, kind of. Or
Yeah.
do you kind of have something in mind for an end if they DC calls you up and says, all right, ended at this issue? Or
Well, I
something?
always know what I'm going to do next before anyone else, but no one else knows but me. Well,
Gotcha.
I know what I'm going to ask them, but no, we're going for it. I want to get to 50 issues like Tiny Titans. That's the goal.
I say you push it to 75. Every new title you do, push it up by 25.
Yeah, push it up.
But you know what you really should do? And if not for a lot of the other comic fans I've talked to, at least do it for me on a personal note. Get into DC's ear, and when you get to issue 25, when you get to issue 50, give me a foil cover. Give me a hologram.
Oh, I don't want to do it, yeah.
I want something like how cool would that be?
That would be fun.
What about that really bad stick of gum that cuts your teeth off? Or
Superman
something?
Family Adventures 25 with a hologram, and he's jumping out at
Yeah.
you.
Well, the cool thing about every issue
Oh
is
yeah, 25.
every
you know?
issue is the variant cover. So, but there's only one cover, but it's the variant one every time.
I like something hokey, like Superman with boxing
true.
gloves, like about to fight Pacquiao or something like that. It's
You
like,
open them
why
and
is he
hits you?
boxing? Yeah.
And we
Like
should
a
do
pop-up
that.
Little slider,
Superman versus
little
Pacquiao.
slider, yeah. It's,
Pop up.
Be like the shout out to the Muhammad Ali episode.
Yeah.
that's the
We
first
had
thing
that
I
on
thought. I
back
was like,
wall
well,
for a
Or have him
while.
fighting like
you were thinking about gimmicks, you know.
Mayweather.
and fighting The Rock or something like that. Cool crossover.
Yeah,
And we can sell the Mattel toys can sell Superman or Rock 2-pack.
that's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
Mattel does own the rights to WWE.
MattyCollector.com.
He's
One
on
of your
it.
sponsors, huh?
He's on it.
If you go there right now, you can
Okay,
you
no,
can get the
no
vouchers
more.
for
Until they
Tiny
send us
Titans
a check,
toys.
you can't promote.
Well, they're selling the Tiny Titans toys
Yeah.
for San Diego.
Yeah, I did
So you
see
go there
that.
and get a voucher.
Is that going to be the only way they're going to be available? Did you know?
No, you could buy them at the show.
Well,
And I
that's what
think
mean,
if they don't sell out, they're going to be on the website.
Are you personally getting any?
I bought 6 already. Yeah.
Are they individual figures or are they come as a
There's
set?
sets. There's a 5-pack of the school bus. They're all little guys. They're like only about 2 inches tall, 1.5 inches, but they're cool.
Are you going to get any more? I'm only. I want one.
I don't know. Maybe I hope so. I want to.
If you get another one, let me know.
I'll keep going back in line at San Diego. Buy a bunch of them. I'll have to bring it. empty
Damn it, Art,
suitcase.
get out of here.
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be selling this
I
stuff.
don't know. I'm gonna be. I'm gonna bring an empty suitcase just to fill it up with stuff. Ship it home. Take it on a
Nice.
plane. It's like $40 to check in a suitcase, or $40 to ship it home. Whatever's cheaper.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'd like them. I'd want one. I'd want a set. You know me, man. I gotta have a little bit of everything.
That's true.
You know.
So,
Go
can-
with my
can we
Justice
expect,
League Batman figure.
Yeah, Junior's like, if you ever go to his to his
There-
area,
there's
he's
photos on my
got
Facebook.
he's got like the one of those ultimate nerd caves where it's like walls lined up just with
Yeah.
figures and
It's not a man cave. It's a nerd cave.
It's a nerd cave.
Yeah.
Not really a man
it's
cave.
divided because you got the gamer area,
Yeah.
you got the video area. Like, it's insane. But if you ever want to cool off anywhere, you just go sit there and
Yeah,
it's like
it's really, really cool in there. It's like still the concrete floors and
Mm-hmm.
the drywall and everything. So
and then when he
100 degrees outside, 60 degrees in the basement.
Yeah,
Nice and cool.
feels good. You
when
know,
he did
yeah, air
merchandising, he took a lot of the POP stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So he got like this giant Iron Man POP or
Oh,
something
cool.
like that.
Oh yeah, when I worked at Walmart,
Yeah.
yeah, like a lot of the signs and stuff they would use. It's like that's coming home with me when you take that
Nice.
display down, you know.
Walmart.com.
No, don't promote them. Please don't promote them. They don't need
I gotta
it.
buy those video games.
Why are you
you're
making us
talking
edit stuff?
Us, I do the editing.
Yeah,
Do
well,
you?
alright, then I don't care.
about. This episode was really an hour and a half long,
Yeah.
but we edited it down.
Yeah.
It was-
I got skills.
It's not a rerun.
So what, you know,
Damn it.
we do the video show, but you also do a podcast.
I do.
I'll tell them about the
It's All Yeah Podcast. It's on Libsyn, allyeahpodcast.libsyn.com. It's me and my buddy Franco and our buddy Yoko Chips. So we this is John Suntress from Word Balloon. We call him Yoko Chips because the Yokos are dynamic.
Okay, I was gonna say there's a you just don't get a nickname like that.
You got a nickname from one of
It's
our
not like you're a
listeners.
kid and your dad looks at you like Yoko Chips.
Yeah.
Yoko
I'm so ashamed of you, Yoko Chips.
Yeah. His name's John Suntress.
This
But
tears
I
look
was
good,
calling
like,
him. Yeah. I was calling him Sun Chips, and then it turned into Yoko Chips, Shaky Chips. He's a good man. And he works for Chicago radio, but he does the Word Balloon podcast, which is awesome.
Cool.
So we did that, and you can see it on artbaltazar.com.
At this point, it's
there's like a,
this is the point where I put like a special effect in there.
sound effect, something like that.
Like one of
So
those
it's
Wayne's
cool.
World effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
So we did that. It's fun. It's good stuff.
somebody likes their music.
Oh yeah, Southside. Oh no, we're not Southside.
That'll end up coming up on the video.
Really?
Yeah, it's a really sensitive camera. David's whispering and it'll come out like he's shouting.
Oh,
in
that's
there.
cool.
So
that means
we'll hear
they
that.
hear my
next.
daughter right now.
I'm sure they do.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. She's having a tea party.
With the
She's
Angry
reading
Birds.
Tiny Time.
Yeah,
Angry
the Angry
Birds.
Birds.
So,
Yeah.
is there something from DC that you'd like to work on that you haven't yet?
I'm good right now. I love to work on Superman, and he's awesome.
That's right.
So, and I did a lot of Super Pet books, which was cool. Was really cool. I did 24 books, and hopefully we could do more stuff. You know.
Now, if they approached you and they said, "Okay, we want you to take a break from the children's side of stuff, and we want you to actually work on Superman from the New 52 or Action Comics or what have you," would you?
I would do it, but that's not my goal. I
Right.
want to do the kids' books. I like cartooning. I love drawing cartoons. So.
To me, it seems like that's your whole. It's
Yeah,
like
that's
you've
my
got
thing.
that. You know, like that's
the
your
guy.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like you think cartoon books, you think Art Baltazar. There's nobody really else.
I mean, I got a lot of ideas for mainstream.
You're like the
books and
Vince
movies.
McMahon of the children's books right
Yeah,
now.
I'm the guy. I want to
You
do
know?
that for one month, and then the next month I did Grimace Island,
Oh.
and they're cool to work with. And then they asked me if I wanted to do a Conan pinup. So it's in Conan the Cimmerian number 25. It's like the last issue.
That's cool. That's something really
It
worth
came
making
out like
for.
I think it came out last year or so. It might have it. I'm not sure, but I did a pinup, and that's the most mainstream thing I did. That it wasn't. It was for adults to look at. So
That's like the
So I
most
drew a
detached
sexy girl.
thing you've done.
yeah, it had a sexy girl, but it still looked like Samurai Jack a little bit. That's what it reminded me of. You know, it's
Well,
Conan.
he's not sexy at all.
No, but it looks like yeah, it looks like if Conan was in a Superman book, how would he look? So he looked. But that's the way I draw. I mean,
Oh yeah,
style.
it
I don't
can't
know
be
any
helped.
other way to draw.
See, that's good though when you can look at a piece of art and be like, you know, I know whose art that is, and you
Yeah.
know it. And then there's artists out there, and it looks too similar to something else. You know, like is this so and so, or is
Yeah,
I don't like that. I like the
That was a
ones
good
where you can
time.
just kind of point out. Like I gotta be honest, this one here, this Hocus Pocus. When I first
Yeah.
saw it, I thought that was you.
oh
I
yeah,
was like, wait, no, that's not him.
yeah, it looks nice. That's good.
You know, he's jacking your style, man.
Yeah, he's
Do you
another
want to talk about
cartoonist.
your style a little bit? Like, do you work traditionally? Do you pump these out on
I work on,
Illustrator, Photoshop?
I drew the first 30 issues of Tiny Titans on paper, and I would pencil it, ink it, and I'd scan it in a computer and clean it up and color and everything. But now I draw on a Cintiq. I draw
Alright.
directly on the screen with a pen.
That's how I know he's banking. He
So-
bought a Cintiq.
Well, it took a few months to save. I would save $100 from every show I went to, and then at the end I had like whatever Cintiq cost.
Yeah, I got to play with
And
one of
then-
those finally. It's so different from being on a tablet. Because the tablet is like you're on blind contour, you know? Like, you
Yeah.
really do got to develop that
It
technique
hurts your
for it.
hand too and your shoulders, but a Cintiq you could put it up and angle it and lean on it and stuff. So,
Yeah.
so I had that for about almost 2 years now. Since issue 31, I think, of Tiny Titans, or 32 or somewhere. I think the all Robin issue was the first one. So from then on. So the last 20-something issue or 30-ish, something like that, was done with on a Cintiq, which was awesome.
So
Yeah.
you were able to customize it? Do you feel like moving straight digitally has
Yeah, I
it for you?
learned it in about 40 minutes. And my buddies were mad at me because I was Skyping on. I had the headphones on. I'm talking. It was Franco and Mike Norton, and they both had one, and they were telling me how to do it. And I learned it in 40 minutes, and I actually worked practice on a piece that was actually getting published.
That's good practice, by the way.
All right.
FYI.
Pretty much.
That was pretty good. I love it, and it saves a lot of time, and it cuts down working on it's maybe 4 weeks to do a book to maybe 2 to 3, maybe 2.5 weeks. So it cuts a week or two off the deadline process, and which is good because then I could do other things, go write Green Lantern here and there, you know, stuff like that.
So are you doing every issue of Green Lantern or no?
We're up to issue for a few issues.
Okay.
So I think I got nine more, or a few more to go, but it'll be fun.
Now
I think that's, go ahead.
Oh, go.
No, I just think it's funny. You're like, oh, it cut down the work process in half. But now
Yeah.
I'm doing like all these other books. So if anything, it gave you more work.
Yeah,
to
it
do.
gave me more. Yeah, it does.
I was like, it didn't make anything easier.
That didn't make, but it helped out because at that time I was doing Archie, the Tiny Titans Archie crossover, the Tiny Titans, Super Pets. We were writing Young Justice. I was doing all that stuff at one time. So the Cintiq helped out, but
Increase
if
the workload.
it wasn't for that,
Just put another stone on his
I'd
back.
still be drawn. Yeah.
Really?
So that's kind of how it is.
My final question actually probably should
Yes,
have
sir.
been one of my earlier questions. How did you even start at DC with the whole Tiny Titans thing? You know?
Yeah. When I was breaking in the industry, I started my own comics. I published my own, and we rent table space at all these shows and show up on time and show up early and be happy and stand up and draw people and all that stuff. And when I came out with Patrick the Wolf Boy, it was 2000 when I came up with him. And we would draw pictures at our table, and one of our customers was a lady named Jan Jones, and she would see us every show. And I'd always wonder who she was, but she was a fan of our art, of my art, and a fan of Patrick the Wolf Boy, and she picked it up. Every issue she came out, she'd buy another one, she'd buy a little painting, and she did that for a few years. So finally she asked me if she could call me about something, and I said sure. So she called, offered me a job, and I she said, what DC Comics characters would you like to work on? Who's your favorite? And I said, I love the Teen Titans. And she freaked out. She said, oh my God, would you want to do a book called Tiny Titans for DC? I said, sure, if you ever need anybody at DC Comics, let me know. She says, no, I work there. I'm an editor. I was like, I never knew all this time. So I knew her for like 9 years or 6, whatever, how long it was. It's a long time, 6 years or so. So she could have called me all that time, but I think, I don't know, she became an editor. I was the first phone call she made. And now she's like a sister. She's like a cousin.
You heard that, people?
Yeah.
People from Artist Alley. If you see
Be
someone
nice.
with the name tag Jan Jones,
Be very nice.
Well, she don't work at DC no more, so. But
he's
Well,
covering,
still might
he's
have
covering his
connections.
tracks. Pound her.
just like I said, you work on your own comics, show up at every show, have something new, be persistent, be consistent, show up every year, and then eventually you'll get something. Because I started in '92, I didn't get the job at DC till 2007, so it takes a while. So,
Yeah.
and that's how it works. You just do stuff. The best way you're going to learn is you write every day and draw every day. Make your comic. Make comics.
Right.
Because you can't start out with DC if you never made a comic before.
Very true.
So I made like 60-something comics before they even called me.
Wow.
Well, as
Yeah.
fans, we're very happy that you
Oh,
made
thank
it.
you, sir.
It's a very good
Thanks for
project.
being on the show,
All
Art.
right on, dude. You're a good man, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You're a good man, brother.
Thank
right
you.
on.
You said it. You said it.
Good man.
I'm going to take
I'll
this to
still
my high
argue
school
that point.
counselor.
I'll still argue that point.
And he doesn't stink this time. It's good. That was, sorry.
All right, for
You can
comics.
edit
Yeah, no, I'm leaving.
I guess I got
That's
to booze
staying
it up
in.
more often.
That's staying in. For Comics Remixed, I'm Junior Ruiz, David Sanchez, our special guest, Art Baltazar. See you guys later.
You're
Peace.
awesome. Oh, yeah, man.